Practice had ended, and I went into the locker room, or I was heading into the locker room. It was still summer, school hadn't started yet, and I probably had plans to go out that night with my buddies. Coach Ingram asked me if I wanted to stay out and run through some receiving drills, for extra work. Well, I hadn't quite grasped the concept of extra work yet, so I declined. Now, looking back, Coach wasn't asking me to stay after practice, he was telling me to, but he framed it in the form of a question, so I said no. And I probably said something like this: Coach, I'm probably gonna make the All-State team this year, so I don't think I really need to do extra work. I'm pretty sure I didn't say those exact words, but it was something like that, because he looked at me and he said, Mark, do you want to make the All-State team, or do you want to make the All-American team? And I looked at him and I thought about it for a minute. Now that's good coaching. In one sentence, he challenged my work ethic, my ambition, my desire, while at the same time showering me with positive reinforcement by suggesting that I had the potential to be not just All-State, but maybe All-American. Now, I'd never thought about being an All-American before for one simple reason. It just seemed unattainable. Not many North Shore kids up to that point had ever made All-American. But here was a coach suggesting that it might be possible. So I kept thinking for a few more seconds, and then I decided to stay after practice and do the extra work. Coach Ingram stayed out with me that night and every night for the rest of the season. And lo and behold, when the year was over, I made Parade Magazine All-American. I also made the Carnation All-American team. And for the remainder of my career, I maintained that habit of doing extra work, all the while hearing Coach Ingram's question echo in my ear. Do you want to settle for just being good, or do you want to strive for greatness? The funny thing is, I mentioned this to Coach Ingram a few years ago, and he doesn't even remember it. And it just goes to show you how powerful words can be. He doesn't remember saying it, but I'll never forget those words. In fact, they became the foundation of my work ethic throughout college and the pros. Because of Coach Ingram, I always went above and beyond what was required of me. And I did it because he showed me that nothing is beyond your grasp if you're willing to work for it. And even if you set goals so high that people call you crazy, you'll still reach heights that you never thought possible by refusing to just go through the motions. And a little side note to that story. Ironically, I never made that All-State team that I thought I was going to make. Yes, I made All-American. But the Boston Globe never picked me for their All-Scholastic team. So, shows you what they know. But it never really,
always say.
That's right. But it never really bothered me because I got something way more meaningful. I got to be a Salem News All-Star, like you guys.